Hey there. We're going to be reviewing this book today. I think it's a book you should read. Also, bonus. It's a dead rat in a bag. If I were to describe House of Leaves in one word, it would be confusing. House of Leaves is roughly about a man named Zampano who is doing a literary analysis of a movie called The Davidson Record. Zampano dies, and a man named Johnny Trant with his friend go into his apartment to find that his entire apartment is a mess, and that Zampano was absolutely obsessed with creating his analysis of Davidson Record. There are a couple of weird things about this. First of all, the Davidson Record is a movie that does not exist. Not in this world, nor in the world of A House of Leaves. The second weird thing is that Zampano was blind. They explain how he was able to read and write without being able to see, but how he would be able to watch a movie and have an understanding of camera angles and camera quality with such precision is never explained in the book. So Johnny, who is a tattoo artist's apprentice, decides to take the analysis that Zampano was writing on various notebooks and scraps of paper and even on the walls, and combine it all into a book. And that's kind of what House of Leaves is. Except Johnny also puts in between Zampano's analysis, Johnny also puts down details about his life. It's kind of like he's writing a journal about his own life in between Zampano's analysis. And on top of that, he sent it to an editor or like a group of editors. They've taken mistakes that either Johnny has made or mistakes that Zampano has made, and Johnny didn't notice, and they kind of butt in ever so often to change one or two things. So if this video were to be styled like House of Leaves is, it would kind of look like this. And at this point, Sam is trying to explain what the House of Leaves would be like in video form. A man named Jonathan Steele once did the same thing with Dante's Inferno. Now, on page 156 of his analysis of Dante's Inferno, he clearly described once met a prostitute named Dante once. She managed to teach me how hellish life is. Editor's note: there are 0 mentions in public records about a sex worker that goes by the name Dante. I'm assuming I do some cool editing thing at that point. Who's texting me? I'm busy. So if you haven't caught on by now, House of Leaves is very confusing. It's almost as confusing as using the Apple Podcast app. Seriously, there's like a button for download the episode, and there's a button to save the episode. To my knowledge, they're supposed to do the exact same thing, but neither of them work. Hey Apple, instead of focusing on making your things innovative, how about you start trying to make things functional? And how about trying to restructure your UI so it doesn't look like it was designed by a lead-poisoned 3-year-old? The book itself is a very hard thing to read. It's not something where you can just lay back, relax, crack open a book, and just kind of read it while you're relaxing after work or something. This is a very stressful book to read. There are entire sections of the book that are structured like this. I heard somewhere that they were trying to make a movie out of House of Leaves, and I can understand why that didn't end up working out. And that brings me to my next point. You need to get the physical book. You don't get like a audiobook or anything like that. I don't think that an audiobook could possibly capture how weird this book is. I'm not too sure how the format is on for e-readers and stuff, but I got the physical copy and I suggest that you get it too. The book itself is 662 pages long, but it goes by really quickly because there are a lot of pages that look like this, where there's like only a little bit of the pages actually has text on it. There's also like a lot of hardcore literary analysis attached to this. Obviously, that's part of the point of the book. It reads like an annotated version of like Dante's Inferno, where it has like what do you call those things? Like little notes on the bottom of the page, where like it has like an entire other paragraph. Some of them you can skip, but I definitely think you should read most of them. It makes like references to like philosophers and like old Greek mythology and like all this stuff. It's really weird. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like you know, you have to be an intellectual to read this or something. They explain most of it in here, so you don't have to have a deep knowledge of Greek mythology or some shit. I definitely think this is not a book for impatient people. You have to be very patient with how just screwy the format of this book is. That's about all I can say about the book without giving too much away. I definitely recommend it. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. I take 1 star off because they have scenes in it which just read like softcore smut. Actually, hardcore smut. Actually, it's very uncomfortable to read, especially when you're trying to sit in the family room with your family and you're trying to hide your half-chub. So yeah, that's what that is. I'll see you next time on Sam's Literary Corner. That's not what I'm calling this. Okay, bye!